Greetings, and welcome back to our Standing Watch program. Pope Benedict XVI has angered the world again. Now, you might recall several months ago when he gave a speech angering the Muslims. And at that time, it wasn't all that clear whether he had done that intentionally or negligently. Nevertheless, the uproar in the Muslim world about some comments he made regarding Muhammad, that he had brought only the sword to the world, was great. Now, recently, he angered the Jewish community when he allowed an old Latin Mass to be used in church services. And in that old Latin Mass, some very derogatory comments are made against the Jews. And the Jews have launched protests against that wording. And originally it was said that the wording would be changed, but that hasn't happened. Now what we hear is that a council is established to find out how perhaps the language could be changed. But most recently, the Pope angered the Christian world when he said that only the Roman Catholic Church is the true church, and all the other churches, whether it's a Protestant church or the Anglican church or the Greek Orthodox Church, they are not really churches in the mind of the Pope of the Vatican, which issued a statement under the auspices of the Pope. And now the Protestants, specifically the Protestant church in Germany, the Reformed Lutheran Church, reacted in a very upset way, saying that this was an intentional attack on the Protestants by the Pope, who himself is German. And the Church of England even went further, using stronger words, saying that under those conditions there could never ever be a unification between the Roman Catholic Church and any of the other Christian churches. They said that even though nothing new was really presented in that paper, it was just a reconfirmation as to what the Roman Catholic Church has been saying all along, it was nevertheless an affront to sanity. They said that the claim of the Catholic Church that the Pope was the highest authority in the Christian world, speaking on behalf of Christ, being a direct successor of Peter, that claim was absolutely false. They said there was no historical or biblical evidence for that whatsoever. And let me just say in passing that in this regard, the Church of England is correct, because there is really no evidence whatsoever that the Pope could possibly be a representative of God in the sense that he can speak for God, that he can change the law of God as the Roman Catholic Church has done, that he can do away with the Ten Commandments as the Roman Catholic Church has done, that they can replace biblical truths with human tradition as the Roman Catholic Church has done. There is nothing in the Bible which would allow and justify that kind of conduct. And so what we find right now is a big uproar, and people are upset with the Pope, they are upset with the Roman Catholic Church, they are upset with their stance that only they are the true church and everybody else is not true or is not in compliance with the truth. And so it seems like that the concept of unification amongst Christian churches is dead. However, let me tell you, my friends, that according to the Bible, it's very much alive. The Pope has shown his true colors. Now, he was the former Cardinal Ratzinger, and as such, he had made it very clear what his position was. And when he became Pope, many thought that perhaps he had changed. I never believed that he had changed. The Bible says a leopard doesn't change its spots. And so the world is put on notice what the Catholic Church is all about. But unification is going to come. The Bible says it is going to come, and there's no question about it. But having said that, I am not going to answer the question how it is going to come. Because is it going to come through peaceful means? Or is it perhaps going to come through not so peaceful means? If you go back to the history of the Roman Catholic Church, you know how they acted, what methods they employed. And if you think in terms of the Middle Ages, you know that those who were quote-unquote dissidents, those who did not accept the primacy of the Pope, those who did not accept the Roman Catholic teaching, were branded as heretics. were tortured, were killed, were expelled. The Bible says that religious persecution for those who are not in conformity with the quote-unquote mainstream Orthodox religion is going to happen. What are you going to do about that, my friends? Are you actually convinced that what you believe is true and that you have to stand by it, that you have to stand up for it, no matter what the consequences? Do you even know the truth? Do you even know what you believe, what you should believe, what the Bible says you must believe in order to be saved? We have prepared a booklet which is entitled Europe in Prophecy. This booklet, if you haven't read it, will open your eyes. And if you have read it, please read it again. It shows from history, it shows from biblical records and from biblical prophecy what the Roman Catholic Church has done in the past and what it is going to do in the future and what you need to know about it. It will open your eyes, as I said, when you read it, because it will tell you from the Bible what is in store. Religious unification is coming, but it's bad news for this world. It will lead to persecution in an unparalleled way. So please read that free booklet of ours entitled Europe in Prophecy. And thanks very much for watching. This is Norbert Link for the Standing Watch program.